Greetings, Exiles! My name is Jay and welcome to this kinda special, kinda underplayed League starter build I have made for 3.8 Lite. It is a CoC-Spin Assassin, so if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned. Okay, so here we are now, CoC-Spin. This build is actually not a really, well-known starter build, if I can put it like that. Purely because it has a lot of negatives, but also a lot of positives. So you really have to weigh out what's negative, what's positive. However, this build has respectable clear speed. It's pretty nice. It doesn't matter that Cyclone gets nerfed for this build, you won't literally feel any differences on this one. The single target is really good, especially if you proc your, what is it called again? The, not Ice Nova, the Vortex, yeah. The Vortex, you are relatively tanky, you have a huge life pool that you can leech up relatively quickly. The upgradability of this build is not great, but it's definitely possible. You don't need a lot for this build, you just have to understand a few things that I'm going over later. But the huge negative for this build is the leveling part. Because cast and crit literally already uses a 3-link, because you need a skill to proc your cast and crit skill. So you need your Cyclone and cast and crit and Ice Nova in order to deal damage with this build. This is why I actually recommend you to level with something different, maybe a Stormbrand, maybe Arc, maybe an Opera Storms. And once you get to the to a 5-link, or maybe even already a 6-link, and you get a few of those other items, hop over to CoC and spin it around. So yeah, I think we can already go over the ascendancy here real quick. It's pretty much straightforward. We go for unstable infusion, then deadly infusion, base crit, crit multi, good stuff. Then we are going for opportunistic. I actually like opportunistic before ambush and assassinate, because we want movement speed. We need movement speed for early clearing of the maps. And once you found all the other trials, you're going to pick up ambush and assassinate. So, yeah. Super easy skill tree, really easy to understand this one. As I said, do not pick up the cold nodes up here, or these cold nodes, before you actually have your Ice Nova proccing. Let's go over the gear. Cost Priest Malice, relatively easy. I'm going to explain a little bit more about this one later. Lycosity, because we are not going to invest into any precision. No, it's not called precision, like hit chance, accuracy. We are not going to invest anything into accuracy, because we are actually a spellcaster proccing the spell with an attack. We need to hit enemies in order to proc our shit. So we are going for Lycosity. Your hits can't be evaded, 100% hit chance. Doesn't matter what enemy, doesn't matter what debuffs and stuff like that. Other than that, rare gear, just some life. Get your dexterity up to 212 because the cost priest needs 212 dex. Intelligence should be easy, pretty much. I think all of the intelligence comes from your chi. So if you got your stats sorted out, go for life and cap out your resistances. We are going to use a Wise Oak, which means we have to have cold as our highest uncapped resistance, or all of these, or all 3 elemental resistances on the same uncapped level. So we actually get the damage bonus from this one. We are also using a Frozen Trail, because we are going to proc Frostballs. And now we are getting into, into the things that you have to understand in order to know what you're actually doing with this build. So how cast and crit works is once you attack and once you crit with this attack, you are going to cast a socketed spell for free. So whenever we crit, essentially we are going to cast our Ice Nova. But cast and crit has an internal cooldown. The cooldown is 0.15 seconds. That actually means we also only want to attack every 0.15 seconds or a little bit slower. But why is that? Let me try to show you here. So let's say we have oh my god, it has to be a little bit. Wait, what the hell? How can I? Sorry. So let's say this is our timeline, right? These are all like instances of 0.15 seconds. So this to there is 150 milliseconds. So all of these are 150 milliseconds. And to have maximum efficiency with our damage, we want to have our Ice Nova, which is going to be blue. We want to have it procced right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. That also means that our Cyclone has to crit and hit at these exact timestamps. So this would be perfect. This would be if we have an attack time of 150 milliseconds. So in between each hit, it takes 150 milliseconds to get to the next hit. I think you know what I mean. So what actually happens if we... let me delete all of this. What happens if we are actually attacking faster? Because everybody thinks like, oh my god, yes, go for like more attack speed. More attack speed means more procs. More procs means more damage. That's kind of wrong. So these are our wanted like timestamps when we want to crit, when we want to proc our Ice Nova, right? If we are going to attack faster with our Cyclone, we are going to crit at this time point, and then we're going to crit at this one again, and then here, and then here, and here, and here, and maybe here again, until we reach like the same timing again. So this means we are going to have a proc on our first attack, but not on our second, because we are hitting earlier than our cast and crit is ready again. So we are going to skip essentially one attack. Then we are going to hit here. We are going to hit... wait a minute. I have to change this one a little bit, so we guys understand a little bit more. Let's get out. No, it's actually fine how I painted it. So now the cooldown starts from this timer. So from this one, if we go... Wait, why do I have no... If we go 1.5 over here, we are going to be like right here. So this attack, when this attack hits, there's our cast and crit is not ready to cast our next Ice Nova, and then we are going to proc it on this attack again. And that's going to happen as well for this one, because from here to here, like this distance is actually this distance is less than 150 ms. So we can't proc our Ice Nova again. So we are going to skip this attack, and then we are going to proc our Ice Nova on this one again. So what happens is we are literally reducing our damage if we go above the 150 milliseconds attack time. The same goes for our Cospri's Malice. It has the same like cooldown timing in there. So how much attack speed is it? We want to attack every 150 milliseconds, which means we need 6.66 attack speed. Check out our Cyclone, and we can see we are at exactly 6.39 attacks per second. So this is still fine, but if I were to go like, oh my god, look at this, there's so much attack speed down here, let's pick it all up. And suddenly we are above the 6.667 attacks per second. And we are going to have this case. So we are reducing our damage once we go above the certain attack speed. I hope this was not too long. I hope this was not too like too much stuff to explain, but and I've never actually seen anybody explaining the attack speed breakpoints you want to hit. So yeah, there you go. Make sure your or your Cyclone is not going above this one. This is especially true if you are going for, let's remove these notes again, if you would go for a dual wielding setup, because you will get attack speed right there. So you have to see if, or you have to check if there's any attack speed that you picked up and that you can drop. So we have an attack speed node down here. No, attack speed. So yeah, for this case, we only have one attack speed node. So we would have to drop it in order to increase our damage again. I hope this was not too much. I hope you guys can understand that. Just try to be as close as possible to 6.66 attacks and do not go above that. But let's go over the actual other skills. So we are going to use the cast and crit setup. This is actually the single target setup with conk effect and ally focus. If you are clearing, I would suggest you go for ink area of effect and increased critical damage. You're still going to kill everything, so you can go for more utility in here. Other than that, in our weapon we have our another Ice Nova with our Frostball. So what Frostball does is it's going to shoot out the projectiles from which our Ice Nova actually can expand. So we are essentially doubling our or tripling our Ice Nova casts with this setup. This Ice Nova is not going to deal as much damage as our main link because it's only linked to Life Leech. This is where our Life Leech is coming from. Other than that, you want to have a Vortex setup with a Bone Chill and Unbound Ailments. What Bone Chill does is the higher the chill effect on the enemy, the higher cold damage they will take. So you will use it on bosses, on tough rare mobs and stuff like that. And you are going to chill the enemies down like quite a lot. It's like for Shaper, I don't know how much it is, but I'm pretty sure you can see it in the background right now, that for Shaper it's pretty damn hard slow for this one. So yeah. As well as a big damage boost because of the Bone Chill. This is defense and offense at the same time. Other than that, pretty much straightforward. Hatred, Herald of Ice, Flesh and Stone, OP on the defensive side of things. And depending on how much mana you have left, level up your precision until you can still cast your Vortex, because your Vortex will still cost mana. So keep an eye out for that. And get your minus mana cost on rings. -7 is more than enough for Cyclone. You don't need the one Exalted Craft, which goes from 8 to 9. So this is more than enough. We are using a Lore Weave because it grants us crit, life, elemental damage, and all attributes. We need the all attributes because, as I said, Cost Breeze has a high attribute requirement, and the maximum resistances are 78. Super strong defensive buff because we are not that defensive, because we don't have any evasion or energy shield or armor. Okay, I think that's everything. Did we go over? Yeah, leveling, holy. I'm not sure if I said it already. If I said it already, I'm going to cut it out, so it doesn't matter. But if I, for the case that I didn't say it already, you cannot really level up a CoC. Or okay, you can't really level up with cast and crit because you need like a 4-link, probably even a 5-link in order to deal some respectable damage. So instead, what I have done is I leveled up with Stormbrand because it brings a lot of utility. easy to use skill, and once you reach the levels and the item requirements that you can pick up all of this stuff, go for the cold nodes, go for CoC-Spin, and have fun spinning around with, yes. Okay, I think now that's everything, so I want to thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, post them down below in the comments. Let me know if you have any suggestions on what to improve. I know this video was very long, but yeah, if you want to see more stuff, check out my other videos. I put up 7 different guides for 3.8 starter builds, so if you don't really think that CoC is the thing that you want for 3.8, you can start with anything else. I have builds for pretty much every single playstyle, except for summoners, because these are going to have big changes, so it's hard to predict what's going to happen. I'm out of breath because it's hot in here, and yeah. So come over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/playlikej. Leave a follow there, say hi. If you have any questions, you can also always ask me there. I'm going to answer them on stream for you, so you get live feedback if you have anything. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for learning with me. I hope this was not too long for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. I am Jay. I am out.